So the first thing we want to do to get this head off is pull the manifold. It's as simple as that. Uses some Technic pins. Some pins right there. Now, the next step into pulling the head is you want to get these rockers disconnected from their push rods. It makes the head a lot easier to pull off. And then you kind of just pop it off of place. And it reveals all the pistons hiding under it. Sometimes these like to get stuck. These are what hold it. Now, the reason we are pulling the head off of my motor is because I need to replace the valve springs because they're too stiff. Like this one is super soft. And then this one is super hard. So is this one. And this one. This one is soft. And then these ones are also soft. So I'm going to replace these ones right here. So we just pop them out. And now we got our hard. I now have my soft springs right here. Just gotta pop these back onto the engine. Way easier. Gotta rebuild this valve because it fell apart when I tried to pull it off the engine. Alright, I think this head is good now. Now we just gotta set it. But before we do that, I must fix the cam because it has messed up once again. The cam pieces keep sliding. I think it is fixed. Yes, it is good. We do have to finish these two push rods, but I'm just going to steal the pieces from these ones over here and push them into their spots, just like that. Now we got to make sure all of our valves are down. Or all of our push rods are valve. Like this one is getting stuck. We can't have that because that is not good. Now we line up our push rods with their slots. Now we pop our head back into place on the engine. And now we can put our push rods back with, now we can connect our push rods back to our rockers. I have to take the pieces from this side to put on the other, so I can get this motor to try and start up at least using half of it. currently working right here, attempting to put these push rods on. I'm just adjusting them real quick so they have the right amount of valve lash. Like this one has way too much, and the valve is not opening properly. Now we got this one left right here to do. I was looking for this piece right here, rocker right here to its push rod. Alright, well that's not good. This brick is from the bottom of the engine. This was actually holding a piece of the cam, which is now freely spinning. It was acting as a support beam, which is highly important for the cam so it does not bend and break in the engine, which has, for some reason, broke. And I do have to make this valve support right here is not strong enough, so it is moving a lot in the engine or on the head. This piece is still not strong enough, but that is because it is between these two valves. It's this blue one. It is not mounted good enough to the head, so it is currently breaking. And it should be a pretty simple fix. Going to add this red brick in here. You can see I've added it right in there. And I'm going to add a piece on top of it to hold it. This valve now has too much play. Which is not good for this engine. So I'll just adjust that by adding a small spacer into the valve right here. Right, these valves are not opening, which would tell me that the engine is timed wrong, or that the cam has moved again, because I don't know why, but for some reason it likes to do that. The timing chain has popped off, which is going to make me have to retime this engine. And this valve has broken once again, or this support has broken once again. And is now breaking push rods for some reason. I still hate this engine, because this engine is so stupid. I don't know why. Every time I try and fix something, something else breaks. Like right now, it is currently trying to break again. And it broke another push rod. This engine is getting annoying. I believe I have it timed good. I believe a valve has broken in the engine, because it is not working properly anymore. Which means I'm going to have to pull the head off of the engine again, which is the most annoying thing this engine keeps doing. So we are now pulling the head again, because I do believe that it broke a valve somewhere in the engine. I'm not sure which head it would be, but it did break this support again, so I'm going to add more bracing to that in the next episode of working on this trash can. Oh yeah, the intake valve for the last cylinder, as you can see, has broke. You can see it right here. The these are parts from one of the valves. This is the intake valve, and a spacer for the intake valve that have broken off in the cylinder, and that was causing it to not want to work. I'm going to scoot the engine off to the side right now and focus on the head. Try and stop it from breaking every single time I try and do something. Alright, so we have some bracing, and we are going to put this on almost in between every single valve. And we're actually going to try and wrap this all the way around it because, but we're still going to keep working on it. Because I've spent too much money on this engine to quit. I'm scavenging for parts again. I am rating some cars. I'm currently rating a funny car I have sitting in my room. I'm rating it for parts. So now I have some more. Still rating for parts. I'm slowly putting that engine head. Here they are. They're just some 2x2 tiles. I originally bought them for valves, but they will work for better sealing on this engine. And overall, the engine will just be better if I have these on the engine. I'm not as worried about the other head right now. I'm more worried about this one. But I think this one is all done. I just have to add a few more pieces to get it fully done. I'm going to continue to try and try and fix this one because it's still breaking. Right behind the camera, I have a big bin of Legos. I'm just gonna put some bricks in here and some more support. Now we just gotta get this head back on. rockers and know the head is not fully on yet. That is the reason I'm connecting them. Is that way when I slide the head down fully, it will be easier to fully connect them. I am going to continue to fight one of my valves because it is rude. I still feel like this valve spring needs to be softer, just so that I can make this engine more reliable, I guess. Right now, the main issue I'm having is these two middle ones open at the exact same time, which causes a lot of stress on the cam, which is not good for my motor because that slows it down a ton. And it could be because these springs are very hard. So what I'm gonna try and do, I guess I'm going to take the head off yet again, and just so I can fix my single valve spring that is still too hard. I think when I get all of these rockers disconnected, I think the head's just gonna fall off. Actually, no, the push rods won't let it, which is a good thing. Alright, so now that this is off, we're going to fight the problem valve to try and fix. This one is still kind of hard, so what I'm gonna do is take out one of the spacers. I'm going to take out that spacer that was in it in order to make it softer. I do know some better vacuum engine people would be questioning my engine, which is okay because I question my own engine. I built this thing and I question it sometimes. And my valve broke. Alright, back on the engine. Some point I should probably lube the cylinders again. I lubed them a while back, but I haven't done it since then. adjust these after it's on. For right now, they do not matter. Alright, we now mount the head back on. I'm fighting my valves to try and get them to where they should be. The right amount of valve lash, so my valves open enough for this engine to actually start up, or at least on one bank starting up. Which is exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow, is try and start this engine. Or I could do that today, depending on how much y'all love this video. I have popped this rocker out on accident. And it is getting stuck somewhere. And that will conclude this video for today. I will probably off camera, I will probably be working on this piece right here in the middle that holds my camshaft. That way I can get this engine to try and start up later. It is working kind of decently. It's spinning pretty decent. All the valves are opening how they should. This piece is way stronger than since the beginning of the video. All these rockers on that bank of the engine are currently just chilling. I have to 3D print some parts to connect them. I have to 3D print some of my axle connectors or look for more. In the background you will see I got the duster over there. I am working on it again. But this is spinning super easily. So I think I could get this engine to start up soon. That is all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to see future videos. And that's it.